You are the only one left. My girlfriend is a zombie. And yet, I can control her. I and 2 zombie girls are being chased by someone. It's not someone else who is coming. It's Wong Frozen who is holding a watermelon knife. This girl is underestimating Ling Silent's abilities. She entered the internet cafe alone. At this moment, Ling Silent's mouth slightly raised. If there is a road to heaven, you won't take it. If there is a door to hell, you will walk right through. After Wong Frozen entered the 2nd floor, she was drawn to the noise coming from behind a door. However, what greeted her was a powerful zombie that pushed her against the wall. She experienced a cross-species, Waldong, and was about to pick up a weapon to fight back. Unexpectedly, another one came up from behind her. Just when Wong Frozen thought she was definitely going to be eaten, the 2 zombies actually made her bend down. The other zombie waved its big hand, just smacking her on the buttocks. The younger sister yelled in pain. She kept saying, "No," with her mouth. After being hit hundreds of times, a chubby zombie came over and tried to kiss her with its small mouth. The sister was so scared that tears welled up in her eyes. Just as the zombie came closer and closer, she shouted, "No!" Wong Frozen completely passed out. It turned out that all of this was controlled by Ling Silent. This time, this girl finally suffered a bit. Come to Wong Frozen's side. Ling Silent patted her small face. The girl after waking up. Hurry and reduce the tragedy. It seems that she is too scared to think clearly. When she saw that it was Ling Silent. Where did the zombie from just now go? Ling Silent pointed to the zombie in the corner. Its death was truly brutal. When I found out that it was Ling Silent who saved me. She mumbled and said that the short knife is a gift for you. But when I reached for my lower back, I found that my machete was missing again. It turns out that Ling Silent took it again. Now the girl is getting even more stubborn. Even her own cousin started scolding as well. Ling Silent is completely angry. She raised her hand and slapped him. Ling Silent looked at her ominously. Every step she took was accompanied by sharp words. In this post-apocalyptic world, strength is everything. If it weren't for you being Xiana's cousin, I would have let the zombies tear you apart by now. You are weak while I am strong. I, Ling Silent, am not heartless. But if you bother me, I can't guarantee what I'll do to you. This statement really scared the girl. She pouted and said, "What do you want to do? I am Xiana's cousin. You cannot do that to me." Ling Silent's mouth twitched awkwardly. He turned around and said with a smile, "What are you thinking about? I am not interested in women who have a chest like an airport runway." The girl became angry and gritted her teeth when she heard that. At this moment, Ling Silent suddenly remembered something. Hastily inquired how she knew his location. Under coercion, Wong Frozen directly revealed her secret. "Actually, I have a special ability. My girlfriend is a zombie. And yet, I can control her." Just now, Wong Frozen actually said that she also has a special ability. In this apocalyptic world, Ling Silent thought that she was a unique existence. He did not expect that the girl in front of him was also unique. He was shocked beyond words. He then asked what her special ability was. Wong Frozen looked at him dumbfoundedly. He did not expect that the man in front of him actually believed her words. So she disclosed that she had the ability of empathy. As long as she touches an object, she can leave a mark similar to radar on it. This way, she can sense its location at any time. However, this mark cannot last for too long. When Ling Silent heard about this ability, suddenly lost interest. This is too useless. The girl felt wronged at this time. Everything that needs to be said has been said. "Can you let me go now?" Ling Silent closed his eyes. As soon as he raised his head, he said directly, "Please." This made Wong Frozen, who is like a tigress, angry again. But she looked at her cousin. Immediately, she obediently apologized. "Sorry, brother-in-law, I was wrong." Since you have all admitted your mistakes, Ling Silent will not pursue the matter any further. When turning to leave, Wang Frozen called out to Xian Na once again. He put a jade pendant on Xian Na. He said this was left to you by Grandpa. Ling Silent, who already harbored dissatisfaction towards Wang Frozen, got angry again. Wang Frozen got scared and quickly ran away. Ling Silent, looking at the jade pendant on Xian Na's neck, felt relieved. It seems this girl is not only after the sword. She was indeed contradictory in her heart and words when she was trying to give this thing to Xian Na. When the three of them left, Xian Na suddenly asked, "Were you trying to kill her just now?" "I sense your killing intent." This sentence left Ling Silent stunned in place. He looked at Xian Na's expression. Ling Silent said very honestly, "I did have that thought just now. But she may be your only relative, so I didn't do anything." It seems that Xian Na has regained consciousness again. However, the time is still very short. In no time, she started to have a headache again. Ling Silent reached out and held Xian Na's hand, looking at her gently. He said, "Don't overthink it. Things will get better in the future. It won't be long before you return to your previous self." Upon hearing Ling Silent's words, Xian Na became sad. She directly muttered that she didn't want to change back to her previous appearance because she and her girlfriend were of the same kind. Ling Silent looked at her girlfriend. Xian Na's hand patted his face at this moment. Only then did he realize that he often pinched Xian Na's cheeks. She must have thought it was a gesture of goodwill. Looking at Xian Na in front of him, Ling Silent touched her hand. His eyes softened once again. "In the future, when he wants to express his love to me, you can use a kiss." At this moment, the two of them kissed each other without reservation. They kissed for an hour. The two of them parted lips. And the girlfriend just looked blankly. Indeed, she looked blankly. "My girlfriend is a zombie. And I can control her. In this apocalyptic world." At this moment, Ling Silent is kissing a zombie. And teach her how to respond. Xian Na looks at Ling Silent. Blushing, she says, "Now." Ling Silent shamelessly says, "You can start anytime." After kissing for a few hours, he suddenly noticed his official girlfriend staring blankly. Ling Silent turned around again. He picked up his girlfriend and started kissing her. Quite a player. But karma strikes quickly. Ling Silent suddenly realized something was wrong. Heartbeat began to accelerate. This made his body a little overloaded. Suddenly he remembered he should be the same as his girlfriend. Xian Na's saliva is also effective. As his heartbeat accelerated, his physical strength is also recovering. After a while, the body adapted to it. Ling Silent felt the comfort of the body. Indeed, the saliva of the zombie girl seems to be non-toxic. Instead, it has many wonderful uses. This makes this old pervert discover a new continent. Two zombie girls are embraced from left and right. At this moment, Ling Silent suddenly thought of the two people who had been taken away. Red Hair is pretty skilled. He can escape on his own. As for the man with glasses, he is quite cunning. He is also ruthless and can be very patient. There is no benefit in keeping him. In this post-apocalyptic world, Ling Silent is not merciful. He released control of that zombie. The next second, screams came from the room. He looked at his beautiful and enchanting girlfriend. Ling Silent did not think about whether he was right or wrong. Then he took out a curved knife. This is Wang Frozen's girl. Xian Na has her own exclusive weapon. Then give this one to the woman to try. Ling Silent tries to teach Ye Beloved knife skills. Facing the wooden door in front of him, Ye Beloved swiftly swung the curved knife. The next second, the wooden door was split into 4 pieces. Ye Beloved's learning ability is really strong. Ling Silent looked at his graceful and charming girlfriend. He became excited and stood up. Then he made a decision. Tonight, the 3 of us will sleep in the same bed. The birds in the early morning were eaten by insects. Ling Silent is still sound asleep. Suddenly feels something unusual. Eyes slowly open. But saw two girls kneeling in front of themselves. Let's first pay attention to this expression in their eyes. He was really scared by this. Xiana said softly at this moment. I almost couldn't resist biting you just now. Ling Silent glanced at Ye Beloved again. All right. She seems the same. Luckily, the young master woke up in time. My girlfriend is a zombie. And yet, I can control her. Currently, the girlfriends are able to kiss now. This has given Ling Silent a great motivation. As long as more zombies are killed according to the current situation, they will soon return to normal adults. Ling Silent took the girls to a large supermarket. Safety first. 3 people entered through the employee entrance. The scene inside had already changed beyond recognition. Ling Silent dared not relax in any way. The individual reached the 3rd floor via the stairs. Apart from the bizarre noises, there wasn't a single zombie to be found. This made Ling Silent feel like something was off. Neither of the 2 girls had any stress response either. Could it be that there are really no mutated zombies in this mall? Ling Silent opened the last door with a question. The scene in front of him made him hold his breath. Countless zombies were concentrated on the 2nd floor. It seems he can only move quietly. His girlfriend only reacts to mutated zombies. If there is still no exit on the final level, they must leave quickly. Just then, Xiana suddenly clutched her chest and said intermittently, I feel something bad. Before Ling Silent could react, Xiana was taken away by something. This made Ling Silent very angry. They actually kidnapped someone right in front of him. When Ling Silent caught up in pursuit, a mother zombie is fighting with Xiana. Xiana has evolved by eating gel. Kicked her away with one lift of the foot. I hurriedly controlled Ye Beloved to help. However, this zombie actually easily avoided the attack. Ling Silent was too late to be surprised. He could only analyze the situation calmly. This should only be a mutant zombie, but it is stronger than the ones encountered before. We'll steal and hide. We'll avoid danger. Ling Silent quickly controls his girlfriend, and together they launched an attack. The mother zombie at this moment is breathing heavily. Strangely, her eyes are green. Is it an advanced zombie stronger than a mutated zombie? The next second, a sudden mutation occurred. The mother zombie charged over at an extremely fast speed, facing Xiana's long knife. She can easily resist. Ling Silent wants to try mental control, but the host zombie actually sensed it and tore it apart barehanded. This time, it came rushing towards Ling Silent's direction. The speed was so fast that Ling Silent couldn't react in time and was heavily smashed to the ground. In order to prevent Ling Silent from counterattacking, this mother zombie actually wanted to directly tear off his arm, accompanied by pain. Ling Silent quickly controlled his girlfriend to counterattack. With 2 slashes, the arm of the maternal zombie was severed. At this moment, the maternal zombie let out a piercing scream. Kicked Ling Silent away with one leg. Xiana closely followed with a long knife. This powerful zombie was finally killed. He took out the gel at the back of his head. Ling Silent organization quickly escaped. However, a large number of zombies are charging towards them. Is there no escape this time? My girlfriend is a zombie, and I can control her. To restore both girlfriends to human form, we come to the mall to kill mutated zombies. But a mutation occurred. This time we encountered an even stronger entity than mutated zombies. I finally killed her while I was injured. But now there are large numbers of zombies outside the door. I hurriedly jumped from the 3rd floor with my girlfriend. After returning home, Ling Silent asked his girlfriend Ye Beloved to help him bind the bandage. In this terrifying apocalypse, what advanced zombies are there in the end? Then turned to look at Xiana. We must hurry to upgrade both of them after dealing with the wounds. Ling Silent took out the gel. This time it was unexpectedly blue. Curious Ling Silent immediately took a sniff. Suddenly pale with fright, he actually smelled a fragrance. The previous gels were clearly very fishy. This gel seems to exude temptation. It makes Ling Silent want to swallow it. He quickly shook his head to keep himself sober. He turned to look at his girlfriend. Could it be that their subconscious influence affected me? Ling Silent didn't think much. He directly split the gel in half. At this time, Xiao Na actually muttered, saying, "This gel is too pure." Immediately, she unexpectedly fed Ye Beloved first. Then she ate it herself. The next scene is about to begin upgrading. Her face blushed. Her mouth twitched. Then she went crazy. This time the process is correct. Ling Silent can also feel the power of gel because of the mental connection. He obviously can't take it anymore. He can only tough it out. 3 days later, Ling Silent finally helped his girlfriend evolve successfully. At this moment, he is on the balcony investigating nearby zombies. At this moment, Xiao Na spoke. "I seem to have remembered something." Ling Silent quickly turned around. Could it be that memories have returned? The next second, Xiao Na pointed her small finger and loudly said, "I remember you flirted with me." This made Ling Silent extremely embarrassed. "In this apocalyptic world, I've worked tirelessly to help you. At the very least, I also offered my body to you." Before Ling Silent could react, Xiao Na continued to mutter softly, "This should be the harassment of you humans, right?" Ling Silent looked at the girl in front of him. "In this apocalyptic world, you have sacrificed too much for your companions. No matter whether you have memories, I will be with you in the future." Xiao Na seems to have figured something out. She murmured softly, "I like the feeling right now." Ling Silent smiled and nodded. Then he put on a handsome cloak. University City. My girlfriend is a zombie. And yet, I can control her. Ling Silent went to the University City with 2 zombie girlfriends. He controlled one zombie to go explore the situation in order to ensure his own safety. The once bustling streets had become unbearable due to the arrival of the apocalypse. After watching the zombie walk for a while, Ling Silent then began to continue on the journey. At this time, there were corpses everywhere on the stone platform ahead. Ling Silent quickly covered his mouth and nose. But this action aroused Xiao Na's curiosity. She pouted again. "Don't you like this taste?" "But I really like it." This makes Ling Silent very difficult to explain clearly. Xiao Na seems to have thought of something again. Continue to speak softly. "If you don't like it, I can pretend not to like it too. Because in my memory, as a female, doing this will make you very happy." Ling Silent slapped his head. "Oh my God! What did you used to have in your head?" Ling Silent started to explain seriously immediately. "You can't use the word female. You are a girl." "Not correct. It should be female zombie." "You like the taste, which is very normal." Looking at Xiao Na's silly expression, Ling Silent became gentle again. "I won't dislike you no matter what you are." This made Xiao Na very happy. She quickly asked, "Can I bite you sometimes?" Ling Silent turned his head and pointed ahead. "Look, there's a plane in front." Suddenly, he felt something was wrong. The link controlled by Ling Silent to the zombie had been severed. There must be something ahead that had dealt with it. There must be something ahead that had dealt with him. 3 people arrived at a bar. They looked at the fallen zombie. Gel was not devoured. That means it was not done by the zombie. But at this point, his girlfriend Ye Beloved sensed that something was wrong. This made Ling Silent become alert again. He directly used mental link to control a zombie. He used himself as bait to scout ahead. They could then ambush from behind. This zombie is quite ugly. However, its coordination of legs and feet is quite agile. It kicks off the big door in front of its eyes, making such a big commotion, but there was no response from inside. Could it be that it's not a mutated zombie? Ling Silent glanced at Ye Beloved with an expression. Obviously, they sensed something. Ling Silent can only control zombies for destruction. Just as Ling Silent was curious, Zombie was unexpectedly ambushed again. It turns out it was done by humans. A green-haired young boy in front of me finishes clearing the zombies. Begins to shout for Ling Silent to come out. Looking at the young boy in front of me, Ling Silent intended to say hello. But the green-hair directly launched an attack and threw out something red. Ling Silent reacted quickly and chopped it away directly, but found out that they fell for this kid's trick. It turned out to be chili powder. Ling Silent's cough is not light. Green hair completely did not give Ling Silent a chance to catch his breath. He was about to draw his weapon directly to attack, only to hear the weapon being knocked down. It turned out that Xia Na made a move. Is this young man in front an enemy or a friend? My girlfriend is a zombie, and yet I can control her. Just a moment ago, Ling Silent was almost ambushed by someone. Luckily Xia Na intervened in time. She directly kicked the green-haired guy flying to the ground. He was just about to fight back, but Xia Na unexpectedly wielded a long knife. The zombie girl has tremendous strength. She lifted it up just like carrying a little chicken. Before the green-haired person could react, she slapped him a few times directly. At this time, Ling Silent noticed the weapons on the ground. He just used it. The smell on it should be zombie's blood. Fortunately, the evasion was timely. Otherwise, he would have been infected with just a prick. Lu Mao's face is swollen at the moment. It shows how ruthless Xia Na can be. Ling Silent stepped forward to ask why he was being attacked. The green-haired one explained that it was a misunderstanding. However, when Ling Silent took out that weapon, the green-haired one clearly panicked. Ling Silent approached him and said coldly, "You're trying to distract us. Are you saying there are other people here?" However, Green Hair still refuses to admit it. "Since you don't admit it, I will take you to find out." Green Hair was patted on the shoulder by someone. Looked up at the girl in front of him. What a beautiful appearance. In the next second, he took a closer look at the reversal. This made Green-haired puzzled. Who is this man after all? Why are two girls so powerful? Ling Silent is very good at observing people's emotions. Every time passing a door, he will glance at Green Hair. When he reached the last door, Green Hair was obviously nervous. Ling Silent opened it with one kick. Various boxes were placed in this room. Ling Silent walked directly to the refrigerator and slowly opened it. However, just as it opened, inside, there was a girl holding a short knife stabbing towards him. Because he was unprepared in this dangerous situation, Ling Silent attempted to use a mental chain, fortunately delaying by 1 second. This allowed him, who was agile, to jump back in time to avoid it. Ling Silent also pulled out a short knife, preparing for battle. At this time, a girl walked out from inside. She coughed while asking Ling Silent to let the person go. Ling Silent looked at the woman in front of him, although she looked sickly. But she was very quick. If it weren't for using psychic power just now, I couldn't have dodged that blow. Luckily, this psychic power can actually influence humans. Although the time was short, the girl still let him go. Ling Silent doesn't care about those. Her attitude remains firm. The girl launched another attack at this time. The speed of this attack. It's too slow, isn't it? However, the next second, the dagger was in front of him. Ling Silent quickly used his mental power to control it, causing the girl's knife to be crooked. Due to the inertia of her body, the girl fell directly to the ground. Ling Silent looked at the girl. He seemed to have guessed something. This girl should be an ability user. My girlfriend is a zombie, and I can manipulate her. In the end of the world, zombies are everywhere. And humans have also developed the ability user. Ling Silent's special ability is to control zombies, such as two stunningly beautiful zombie girlfriends. the current strength of this girl. Let Ling Silent notice her for sure. She is also an ability user. The girl just stood up. Ling Silent quickly flew over. She surrounded her with a mental chain. This made stubby green hair panic. He angrily cursed at Ling Silent. At this moment, Ling Silent took out a dagger stained with zombie blood. Approaching the girl's face slowly, he said coldly, "I have something to ask you." Upon hearing this, LV Mao became anxious. However, the girl started to comfort him. "Didn't you see him with 2 beautiful women? He's not interested in me." Shortly after, she started coughing violently again. Ling Silent did not make things difficult for her, watching her weak body. He just slowly approached and asked, "You are an ability user, aren't you?" This question immediately stunned the girl. Then she also reacted. "Just now, I thought I was seeing things." "It should also be influenced by your special ability. So you are an ability user too, right?" Ling Silent just looked on coldly. The girl continued, "Green hair is very reckless. He may be a bit extreme in his actions, but it's all for my own good." Ling Silent doesn't care about those things. He is only interested in this girl's special ability now. The girl is also very interesting and introduced her special ability called Bullet Time. Can last for a short period of time to enhance her own reaction and speed. Just like the outside world's time has slowed down. Ling Silent listened attentively. This skill is so powerful. Fighting others in slow motion. Isn't that just being able to beat up anyone at will? Ling Silent smiled and said, "You're quite straightforward." The girl responded calmly, "Anyway, you are an ability user, so there's nothing wrong with me telling you. And we are all captives. Can we still say no?" The girl in front of me is indeed very clever. Take a look at this green-haired guy. He has a naturally short lifespan of only 3 episodes. Shortly after, Ling Silent observed the environment. Sitting on the bed, she began to demand compensation. This made the girl agitated. She hurriedly said, "Didn't you already beat him up?" Ling Silent hadn't even had a chance to respond. The girl suddenly asked, "Your girlfriend seems to be from the same school as me." "She is a school beauty, he beloved, right?" Ling Silent was speechless when he heard this. Is she trying to start a relationship? Turns out this girl and green-haired are both alumni. Green-haired is so neurotic for a reason. It's because after escaping from the university town, they encountered other survivors with ill intentions. This made Ling Silent understand as well. After all, this is the apocalypse. People's hearts are kind or evil. No one knows. Ling Silent then said that she would go to the university city immediately. "Since you understand the situation there, as compensation, just tell me about it." The girl, upon hearing these words, hurriedly tried to persuade them. "There are now zombies there. It's certain death to go in. My girlfriend is a zombie. And yet, I can control her." Zombie Xiao actually remembers beer. Her eyes have been fixed on the bottle cap. The next second, she bit her small mouth. She hugged the beer and started drinking it in big gulps. Drinking half a bottle in one gulp, she turned around and asked, "Ye beloved?" Ling Silent quickly reached out to stop her.